Obviously, I disagree with everything Pearl says, and almost all of the things having to do with women. But my biggest issue with progressives cutting out conservatives from every platform they can is they lose the ability to defend any of their ideas. And then at the end of the day, I think they just end up looking horrible. Like, you'll get questions of like, well, what's one barrier? I think you asked, what's one barrier that you have as a woman in society? And it's like, well, I'm handicapped, I don't have any legs. Or it's like, well, I'm black. Or like, it's like, okay, what about the woman part, right? Nobody could answer that question. So you get a panel full of people that probably all have like feminist scholar bullshit in their Twitter bios. Not a single person can answer that question. So yeah, I don't know. That things like that like really bother me when people are supposed to be defending these ideas and they can't because they don't talk to conservatives anymore.
So there were no conservatives on the panel, you're saying?
She was, and then
there was two, I would say. There was
how many women were on the panel?
Supposed to be like they.
How many women? Let me just use
I don't
that
know,
term.
8, 9, maybe.
And they were all women.
No.
Oh, careful.
No.
Slippery slope.
There was 4 that were supposed to be conservative, but I would say they got 2 middle of the road and 2 actual.
How many trans women?
2.
2 trans women.
Yeah.
Out of 8
and then they
people
were
on
trying
the
to tell me I had to play against men in sports. Oh my God. It's always the most unathletic people. It's the most unathletic people that are saying I have to put my body on the line.
By the way, okay, I didn't see the panel, but I got to watch it, and then I'm going to come back to you. Did you see it by any chance?
No.
See the panel?
No.
So how many women are on the panel?
I don't remember. Roughly 8, 9, I would say.
Okay, so less than 10. And of the 8 or 9 women, you do remember because you said 8 or 9.
Roughly, yeah.
Okay. There were 2 trans women?
Yeah, 2.
Okay, so this is not a knock against trans people. How many white, black, Latino, Asian women, how many fat women, short women? Give me a breakdown if you could, real quick.
It was like the most diverse panel.
It was
There was
really
like fat
diverse,
people, there were people of color, there were people
So
that
it
were
was a
religions.
diverse. So they were solving for diversity.
Yeah, yeah.
So okay, so if you're solving for inclusion and diversity and equity and all that fun stuff that people talk about, what percentage of women are trans? In general,
I would guess less
0.1%.
1%.
So why would you even have 1 trans woman on that panel, much less 2? So okay, if you're gonna have 1 trans woman on that panel, cool, I get it, throw that in. But you know how they say the system is rigged? That is rigging the system. There's no need to have 2 trans women on a panel representing women.
They just literally wanted them there so they could tell me I have to play sports with dudes. Like, that's literally what they wanted them there for.
Bullshit.
And no, it's absolutely bullshit because it's like, it's always the most unathletic people telling the athletes what we got to do. And I'm like, you want me to go up against guys? Women, we don't have much opportunity in women's sports, and you're going to give the little opportunity we have to men? Yeah. Are you kidding me? Like, oh no.
So you must agree with her on that. You don't think trans
like the only thing
men
I
should
agree
be
on. So I
playing
don't
in.
focus on this topic. But
So
yeah,
that
of
was
course,
the only thing you
I think
agree
this
with.
is like this was like part of the big controversy that I got banned from Twitch on in the middle of.
For what?
That cis women and trans women shouldn't be competing in the same leagues. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And just for the record, this term cis woman, is that just a woman?
That's what us progressives use to what you would say just a woman. Yeah.
Explain what the hell this cis thing is.
There's like you either trans or cis basically. So cisgender is like the gender you present as. Trans is like you're something different basically. Yeah. So like a trans woman versus a cis woman.
What?
Don't look at me like that. You don't understand that. Come on, we're still young.
I'm learning here, bro.
Yeah, okay.
I'm learning here. So if you're just a woman, you're no longer a woman. You're a cis woman.
Well, if you're talking in trans space, that's probably what they'd use. Listen, I already got the blue hair. Okay, you're gonna put me on the stand for trans issues too? Jesus Christ!
You're the one that got canceled.
You want to talk about affirmative action next? What else do you want to nail me on? Oh my God!
So
yeah, cis women versus trans women.
So that's the only thing you agree.
Oh my gosh! Sorry.
So just to be clear, you don't think that trans women should be participating in women's sports?
Zero.
Fully agree.
No,
we also have the Leah Thomas thing, right?
It's ridiculous. I don't think they should be in our bathrooms either.
Yeah.
Like I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
Okay, the bathrooms thing is silly. Obviously, you should go to the bathroom that like you express as.
What?
Express as?
Do you all know who Blair White is?
We can see.
Yeah.
No.
Do you want Blair White walking into the bathroom with like a little boy? Or do you want Buck
don't know
Angel
who it
walking
is.
into a bathroom with like a little girl? Obviously, we
just-
believe that you should probably go to the bathroom that you express as.
I
That makes the most
I
sense.
would just prefer to not see dicks in the locker room. That's just my.
Then don't
Maybe
look
they
at
just have
people.
their
I
own
feel like that's a
bathroom.
fair
That's
ask.
just
Yeah.
my personal opinion, and I also think it's like a safety concern.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that the majority of trans people are going to take advantage of it. It's just I think that opens the door to someone that will.
I don't think so. There's not a single time like the legendary like trans rapist that's like making their way through the bathrooms, like, and the fact that if this person did exist, like some woman would be running through the store and she goes into the bathroom and like the sign stops the trans person from going in and raping her. Like also, no offense, I have a son. I want all the trans rapists in the women's bathroom, okay? Like, that doesn't make sense either, right? Like, if there are all these rapists, why do you want them going into the boys' bathroom instead? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. I reject the whole bathroom narrative is super silly. I don't think most people care that much.
You would
I think
be
that people
okay with a man walking into the bathroom a man dressed as a woman walking into the women's bathroom.
I think that whatever
That's clearly a man.
I think that
beard and all.
I think that whatever you clearly express as is probably where you go.
But they're confused. If you have a beard with a wig on and a dress and you're walking in the girls' bathroom, you're not a woman.
Sure,
you're confused.
Maybe not, but like, what is happening in there? Like, I don't know.
I have experienced that. I've experienced that.
I've experienced that. Deal with this.
Well, we would have to deal with trans men coming in the male bathroom as well, right?
I think they should have their own bathroom. That's really inappropriate.
Okay, you think there should be trans bathrooms? Okay,
yes,
sure. If you want
let
that,
there be a trans bathroom.
Believe it or not, there are countries, okay, where you can go. I spent a lot of time in Stockholm because my wife is Swedish. There are gender-neutral bathrooms. Nobody's getting raped. It's crazy. Everybody goes in. They all have their little fucking stuff. Everybody comes out. Nobody's raping each other.
Let me say one thing.
Perspective of a locker room. Like in a locker room, you walk around naked. Like
true that.
An athlete.
Number one, a lot of conservatives will use this bathroom thing as a straw man argument. All of my kids are getting raped in bathrooms. It's not happening.
It's not even
But
that.
here's an indicator. There's a case example of why they say that the America is crumbling and China is thriving. Hear me out.
Yeah.
You think they're having trans bathroom arguments in countries like China that is lapping USA as far as like GDP?
I agree.
Here we are on a panel. We could talk about anything, and we're going ham on bathroom trans bearded dudes.
I agree,
And we're just spending time as a country talking about stuff that doesn't affect our lives even a little bit.
I think to
Okay, hold on. Whereas in other countries, they are like, get shit done, work, make shit happen. Let the Americans play their little, hide the hot dog game in the trans fucking bathroom situation while we're getting lapped by China. That's my problem with this.
I agree
It's
with
like,
you.
this is such not an issue that anyone gives shit a bit about. And this goes back to my bigger point. If there's a women's panel and there's 8 women on the panel, you're telling me you have 2 trans women? Okay, if you had 100 women on a panel, 100, you can maybe make the case for making 1 trans woman. Maybe. On a 10-woman panel, you're putting 2 trans on there? Get the fuck out of here, Vice.
And I'm fascist because I don't want to play with men in sports.
Yeah, the sports thing is fair. The thing that you brought up, first of all, China has like 2 billion people, okay?
1.5.
Wait, they're going to pass us eventually. All right.
I know,
probably.
but,
okay.
Yeah,
it's not going to be. It's not going to be because we're talking about trans bathrooms. Okay.
But also, the more we focus on that,
sure, I'll agree with you.
We're
Tell
losing.
Conservatives to stop obsessing over it so much.
I agree with you.
All right, because that's the shit that's brought up by conservatives all the time.
Okay,
they want to
agree with you.
But then, dude, liberals always take the bait.
That is true. Progressives take the bait. I agree. They do.
They get snowflakes.
I would just like to say, I just would rather not see in the bathroom. That's just my personal preference.
And it's not even about being raped. Like, you can be out and you're at a dinner place and they're at a bar. This person comes in drunk. They're aggressive. They're a man in a woman's bathroom. They cut the line. Now it's a fight. And then he knocks her out. Like, there's more than just being raped. You can have an overly... Like, I've experienced that. I was in the bathroom. This man walked in with a beard and a dress, and he thought I stole his phone, and he got aggressive with me, and I had to leave the bathroom. I'm the woman in the bathroom, and it's like, you feel the need to come in here because you feel like I'm dressed this way, so I can come into the bathroom. That's where it, like, for me, it's like, I have more of a worry of that than, like, being raped in a bathroom, if you want me to be honest.
I'm with you. I'd rather not see in the bathroom, too.
I mean, I don't look at other
including
guys'
a male's bathroom.
Yeah, I don't usually look at dicks in the bathroom, but I don't know if there's other bathroom habits you guys are
PSA out there, okay? For all the guys in the bathroom, face forward, all right? There's no talking to the side in the urinal. How's your day? There's no coming from behind, giving a massage. This ain't the fucking movies. Along Came Polly, all right? Face forward, don't talk.
I mean,
that goes to Uber drivers as well. Just drive me around.
I'm just thinking, like, of locker rooms. So when you're you walk around half naked when you're in locker rooms. Like, I don't want a dude in the bathroom.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
By the way,
such a weird
shifting
American
gears,
fascination
Shifting
with like
gears.
nudity and boobs and dicks and everything. It's like so fucking
Look at-
cancerous.
yeah,
It's like
I'm
so
so-
fucking weird.
Well, look at the
Holy
rise
shit.
of all the confusion with what's going on. There's kids being taught by drag queens at school. Like, this is a rise of it. It becomes an issue where it's like you have people who are, change your gender and do all these things, and it's like there's a time and a place for that, and to force it upon people who makes them feel uncomfortable, like that's also unfair as well. And for me to be forced to accept it, that's also like, why do I have to accept this man in the bathroom?
I
think
don't
that's heavily
believe.
exaggerated.
I don't believe that you care about that. I don't believe any conservative said, because if it was, where the was the uproar against all of the creepy pageant shows before the trans bathroom became a thing? Because of that issue, I will never believe a conservative when they tell me they care about trans kids being groomed or whatever. I just don't believe it. I think it's a niche issue because Republicans have no economic platform. Republicans have no goals for the country. All they can do is obstruct Democrats. They have no idea about what they want to do with anything. So they focus on these really niche fucking cultural issues. There was a survey that came out asking what percentage of the American population do you think is trans? And I think people said like 24%.
Insane.
Holy shit. I like, there are some people where I'd buy the argument that they're obsessed or they're worried about like kids or whatever. But like prior to this, like people would post pictures of taking their like 9-year-old boys to Hooters and it would be a funny fucking Facebook picture. Or you have all of the really creepy, really weird pageantry shit. And nobody seemed to care about any of it back then. But now the trans people are involved. It's like the worst thing ever. So I just don't buy it. I don't believe it. But
Let's leave that there, right there. Okay. So you getting back to the Vice episode, you started off by saying the trans thing, the women in the trans in sports was the one thing you agreed with Pearl on. What did you fundamentally disagree that Pearl said? Because she's a pretty reasonable girl. What did you disagree with?
oh man, you're gonna tax my memory here. I think that the wholesale idea of like women have it easier in every single thing, or there are like no cultural roadblocks preventing women from doing anything, I think it's like a really crude analysis of where we're at socially. That's what I would say.
So you're saying that she's discounting how hard
Yeah, I think
women
that there are issues that women face in a lot of different areas when it comes to like rising in terms of success or in being included in certain like
Okay,
types
so
of.
this is a very interesting dynamic that you guys have going right now. You're the man saying that, like, defending women, and she's the woman shitting on women, essentially. Is that the dynamic I'm understanding? So she's basically saying this is what it is like to be a woman.
I wouldn't say shitty. I would say there's no barriers to entry today.
But I don't think Pearl believes there's no issues that women face. That's different, right?
No, that's literally what she just said. There's no barriers.
No,
well, no,
there's
literally what she said was
barriers.
it's easier for women than men.
No, there's a difference between there's no barriers to entry and there's no issues that a woman can face. You wouldn't say there's no issues a woman can face, is there? Would you?
I mean, there are issues that women face, but
Yeah,
I would say
exactly.
overall it's easier for women than men. Yeah.
I would
Like, if-
probably agree.
Easier in what regard? What are we talking about here?
I mean, I just think
Just being a man versus being a woman. You're saying it's easier to be a
I
woman?
mean, okay, I'll give you an example. So I worked a sales job, right? And when I worked in that sales job, it was at a big like corporate company. And I feel like I got special treatment because I was a woman. And most of the guys, I was the only girl in the office. And most of the guys would agree because like people were more willing to help you when you're a young woman, in my experience.
So I can't speak to your personal experience, but so this is something that I hear a lot. When women are succeeding in certain types of environments, they do get special treatment, but all of those women's careers have a time limit on them, which is until a manager or a boss tries to fuck them, and when they say no, they're basically fucked in that job. This is a story that I hear time and time and time and time and time again. Do you think this happens ever?
Quite often the
Yes.
boss loses his job.
No. Absolutely
Every
not.
time
If
there's
he-
a story
if he
about it.
does
Absolutely.
sexual
Every time the
harassment?
story goes public, but you don't hear the story that goes public. Like this happens to. I've heard this from almost every single woman working in entertainment and working at any industry peripheral to this, that if you're a moderately attractive woman working, yeah, like you're working, you might be succeeding, but you never know if you're actually succeeding based on the merits of your work or if it's because somebody wants to fuck you. And when somebody tries to fuck you, if you shut them down, you're fucked. Because whoever's above you hates you now and they're never going to fucking promote you or work with you anymore. And then you slowly basically get ghosted out of